Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, Team Steam. I think we have sifted through the card today and found lots of winners. Ready for a big show. I called it a night early, got a lot of rest again. So ready for a lot of action here today. What's new, Ramon?
Well, I was up late watching the UFC last night. Incredible action. I think it lived up to the billing and the hype. A fun night. And yeah, we'll have more previews today to talk about who will join. Mindy, if you had to pick a winner right now between Southeast Missouri State and Fairleigh Dickinson, who you got to win the national championship?
Between just those two?
Those are the two that have qualified so far.
I would go Fairleigh Dickinson. They like to score a little bit more. How about that?
Then we'll add more today. Of course, we'll either Liberty or Kennesaw, Campbell and Asheville, a couple of finals. Also, Drake and Bradley. So we'll add more teams today to the field of 64 on this first weekend of conference championship games, and then more to come during the week. So yeah, Mindy, I watched the big UFC card, and I guess
how did it come out?
Well, John Jones won in such impressive fashion with a first-round submission.
Okay.
And it didn't look like, even though it might have been totally anticlimactic because it didn't even go one round, I don't think anybody was not satisfied because he did it in such impressive fashion. You think of the power of old John Jones, and of course he's an extremely versatile fighter, but to have him submit to get the victory was certainly impressive. And the other big story was Alexa Grasso defeating Valentina Shevchenko in a huge upset, one of the biggest upsets in championship bout history on the ladies' side. Grasso scores last night, defeating Shevchenko with a face crank. I just wanted to say face crank. I think it might be term something. I think that's what they called it. So again, I've got experts that tell me about these things, and I listen to them. So I went 3-0 in the UFC card last night. Say hello to everyone.
Because Jones just came out of retirement. That was the big deal with him, right?
3 years on the sidelines, and comes up to heavyweight for the first time and wins a championship. So maybe solidifying himself as the best of all time, but we'll see if he, if there's more for John Jones beyond this. I don't know if it was
might as well retire, at the epicenter, right? The apex.
Yeah. And let's say hello to everyone today joining us in the chat. Hope everyone had a great Saturday, a busy Saturday. It was really hectic, certainly yesterday with all the games that were going on. And you guys have lots of comments ready to roll in the chat. Of course, Ron was here first. Ron's buying.
Right.
Ron's buying, everybody. Dave is here. Oh, Dave had a rough night in college. And Ferner's here again today. Good to have Ferner here. Blake is here. Brent is here. Talking about Ron's big winner. Mindy, I saw Ron's ticket in there, and I was bunch of props in there.
It was a big one.
Oh my gosh. Ron. Everybody send Ron your Starbucks requests and all that great job, Ron. All right. He's got the coffee on.
I know. I was trying out this little fast twitch Gatorade, and I don't know if I like it or not so much. It's the new one with, a little energy drink, a little electrolytes, and it doesn't taste like the other Gatorade, probably because of the zero sugar, vitamin B6, B12. I don't know. Might be out on that one.
I'd have to taste it to see.
It's made with the sucralose. It's not the real sugar, so
Oh well, I can't have no.
it doesn't
I'm not.
taste like the regular Gatorade. So it's a
No,
little
can't have that.
disappointing. Like, why can't I just have it be the regular Gatorade flavor with some B12s and electrolytes?
Well, as someone who is addicted to high fructose corn syrup, probably not for me. But
Uh,
all right, Angel's here today. Hello, Greg's here as well.
I know we need Angel to give us some winners. Been missing out on the NBA.
There they come.
There we go. He's got
Right down right now.
it.
Greg, a little parlay action last night. Come on, Jackson here, Moneyman and Moneyettes. Gonna try to find some way to say that better, or funnier, or more creatively, because I like that.
Every day.
Well, at least when he reminds us. So, how about that game? I'm not putting this up because Mindy, the Bucks gave up 48 points. I think if we had to look at the whole day of sports, that might have been the biggest shock to me. Was the Bucks giving up 48 points to? It says we all, the over in that game. I'm not talking about it from that perspective. I'm talking about they gave up 48 points to the Sixers there and lost the game.
Well, I mean, I did not see the whole game, right? I went to bed like in third quarter. I was tired. I thought the Bucks had it. Woke up at like 3 a.m. because my cat was meowing in my ear, and then I looked and saw that they lost. So it was to me pretty surprising, I must say.
The cat might have been saying.
Yeah,
the Bucks.
because the TV was still on, and it was like at that time a replay.
I always do that, Oh, I'm just gonna listen to the game and all.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Funny.
Greg says he doesn't even know John Joe. Yeah, he retired for 3 years, came back, wins the title, and looked extremely impressive. Of course, brother was there. His brothers were there. The Chandler Jones, remember Mindy from the Patriots? That's John's brother.
Oh, okay.
How about the Knicks are playing the Celtics today? We're going to talk about that game and the Knicks. I mean, wow. I mean, how they put themselves into the thick of things a little bit. I mean, sure, the Celtics and the Bucks, but okay, it was a good hockey action last night. Indeed. So appreciate the comments. Appreciate everyone coming in. We're almost up to, we're well over 3 dozen already here in the chat. I like Jamon. Shout out to winners and the losers. Verner's got some plays all. Oh no! I was gonna try to. Do we have a Queen song? Long live the Queen. We need a song, I think, for Latifah.
Right.
There's that big hockey card. So thanks, everyone, for coming in, joining us, and getting ready for day. It's Sunday, but the action runs not late, but there is some good afternoon action because of the way the college tournaments are kind of structured today. Corday here today. Did I miss Butterscotch? Did I miss saying hello to Butterscotch? I'm sorry, Scotch. And Thomas says, don't forget to like us.
Right.
All right, let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and do what we need to do before we start the show, and that's take a look at what's going on over at Tony's Picks and see who did what. On Saturday, the leaderboard was pretty long. Maybe it was easy pickings. Maybe the bookmakers are hurting today. I don't know. But let's take a look over at Tony's Picks. Everyone on the leaderboard from yesterday. All right, let's take a look.
It's a bunch. I did see the long list.
Nick is there on top, 14 winners.
Oh, my goodness.
for plus 693. Hollywood Sam, 6 winners for plus 340. I'm up there, 10 winners, plus 328. Paul had a couple of winners. We had 4 winners with the morning steam yesterday. Collins, 4 winners. Sean, 4 winners. Mindy, you had 6 winners yesterday. And Pravi had 18 winners. He was the big winner. He was the big winner. He had 18 winners. More than everybody else on that board. So, great job, Pravi. I mean, we'll talk about value. All right, and just take a look here, Mindy. For the week, you're still crushing, averaging 200 units per day, plus 1,422 units over the last 7 days over at Tony'sPicks.com. For the month, it's that magic number, Mindy. I reached it. 4 dimes of profit over the last 30 days over at Tony's Picks.
And you got more coming too, right? Because of UFC, right?
Oh no, they're all great. They're all in there.
You got graded fast?
They're all in there, and all the
okay.
winners are up there today. So hey, let me give a little steam to everyone to thank them for coming. Let me tell you about a game that's on the move right now. If you're interested, I mentioned it already. It's one of our championship games today, and it's coming up in just 2.5 hours. Liberty and Kennesaw are getting steamed to the over. Liberty. Getting steamed to the over right now. I'm showing 136.5 is getting hit, and this game is on the move higher. Sharps are coming in and taking the over here right now as we speak. So check it out if it's a game you're interested in. Again, when I post those Steam plays in the Discord, it's not a play for me. It's just alerting everyone, but usually that's a move by the Sharps. So that's always something to look at. And maybe we could put the Discord up before we get started here and make sure people, if they want to join us in there and go see Ron's ticket. You want to see a big winning ticket? Head over the Discord today and check it out. Ron's got a big winning ticket in there today. So great job, Ron. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Crush.
Yep. Wish, I don't know. I'm just a single game player, I just like to bet these single games. Let's pop up the Discord in here and make sure that everyone has the opportunity to join us for more conversation in the Discord. Darren Laron here today.
And guys, don't forget to catch us every Monday through Friday in the middle of the day for game day picks. Also, where you can, catch us with Tony.
Gary's here today as well. Dave's wondering about Memphis and Houston. That will be one of our previewed games today. Jeffrey Linton, always sporting Lakers, and it's Lakers night, and I'm just concerned about LeBron moving forward. Is it a situation, once he comes back, but can he get through if he has to wait for the playoffs? If they make the playoffs, they should, but you wonder how that will affect him. Jeffrey here today. So, all right, there's Darren. He's got to play for Mindy, that big, Nebraska and Hawaii. Hawaii, Iowa, Nebraska and Iowa.
I like Nebraska with those big points right there.
All right. Oh, Walk This Way's here. Where you been? Walk This Way. Wakey Bakey. Erica Taylor here. Jamon Jackson. Yep. What can you say? Ja Morant, he's like 13 years old.
Right.
Dave, wondering what was that about? Yeah, I don't know. They came out and, his lawyer said that wasn't him. That wasn't a gun in the video, in the TikTok. Maybe it was just a plastic. He's holding a gun to his face like this and at a strip club.
Why?
We know he's already had, some issues like that. Hey, how about just a little more steam before we get rolling? Tennessee Chattanooga is getting hit right now. Chattanooga taking action in their game against Wofford. They were as low as 3. Now they were up to 4. It might be even going higher. So Chattanooga might be a side to look at here if you're on Chattanooga anyway, to get on that right away. So Jamal, yeah. So that's what happened, Dave. Maybe Ja had a gun in a video. Maybe he assaulted a someone who was not 18. I don't know. He's just had is obviously just a little too big for his own britches at this point.
Right.
You know, and then DeMarcus Cousins of all people commented on Twitter, well, that's what happens when you don't have veteran leadership on the team. That's what you need. A guy like DeMarcus Cousins come in there and set a good example. Maybe Memphis can.
Right.
DeMarcus can't even find a team anymore.
Oh, goodness.
Greg put it better. He flashed a piece in a nightclub. He was flashing his pistol. Yeah. Well, and then Thomas Lewis. Let's not forget this big news coming in today, Mindy, as we'll get to see Curry against the Lakers. So I think that, interesting.
Right.
Oh, thanks, Greg. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. A little more steam to report right now coming in before we get started. Hey, how about Campbell and Asheville? Mindy, we talked about Asheville yesterday, and this is a championship game today in the Big South. And right now, this total is moving lower. It was as high as 135. I'm showing it getting to 134 here now. So this one is on the move lower. A little steam coming in this morning here to get the day started on the show. Pass that along to you. Hey, how about a little more before we get rolling? I'm showing steam coming in. Northern Colorado and Montana State. This one is moving to the under right now. Going lower in this one between Northern Colorado and Montana State. In the Big Sky semifinals tonight. All right, see if we got any more comments here. If not, we'll get rolling. So great to have all you here and good conversation in the chat. Darren talking about, hey, Army and Colgate.
That's what's that. I don't mind it. I don't mind Army.
All right. Jamon giving us a play here also. Let's get rolling with the show.
In a sock.
Hey, so head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all of our premium pick packages. These will be our best plays today over at Tony's Picks. You're going to get some good picks here, hopefully on the show. Hopefully get some great picks from you guys as well. And there you see Tony's video. He's got his NBA plays up for today as well. And there's a look at the handicapper leaderboards and the premium picks. Don't forget, got Mindy, you got a Sunday 3-pack of NHL all ready to go.
That's right. I got the NHL. I got my 3-pack in college basketball, and I have a 5-pack in the NBA. Ready to go. A little strong here today, I think, Ramon. A little bit more than what have been able to play here as of late. So feeling pretty good about it.
Well, we got a Sunday in March. So take a look at some of the handicappers will be in action today. And you see the pick ticker over there as well. Mindy involved in Bill and Mary against Hofstra. You got the GM, got Houston and Memphis. Josh Pope also in that game. Tim Irwin with action. Ben Ruhala today as well. So check out some of those premium pick packages. Tony's got his best bet up there in the NBA. Tim's got a $15 best bet in college basketball. And take a look at those packages over there. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all of our premium pick packages. All right, Darren's taking Army.
There you go. I feel like the dogs are back here gonna,
Yeah, when that
That come on
happened,
me again.
was that on the Tony's? That was on Tony's
Yeah.
show.
Yeah,
So,
and I just went,
if you guys didn't see it, this is why we want you to tune in to us over on Tony's show because we don't.
bloopers.
Yeah. Do you remember? Do you ever see this? There's a video out, several years old now, but the guy's like brought into the studio to be like an expert commentator, right? He's not part of the team, but they have a background behind he's talking, and it comes and fortunately yours is just a little cloth, and
Yeah.
I mean there's a little something there, but the Mindy's background came down and hit her boom on the back, and there's a video that he got hit by like a big solid
Forward.
boom, really,
Home.
you know. So
Well, the
Mindy,
dog for whatever reason likes to now burrow in behind it, right? So it's long, it goes almost to the floor. And so now when she gets up and moves, it moves sometimes. So yeah, pretty crazy.
I want to say hello, special hello here to has Fernando joined us before? Fernando Encinas joining us here. He's obviously
You guys,
experienced
you have
with.
to remember, I wear my hats the following day. So like I didn't wear my hat for the
Oh,
Super Bowl, but I'll wear it the
yeah.
next day. See, it's a little bit of, you know.
I didn't know that was it.
Yeah. I
And
usually don't wear my hat on the same day my teams are playing. I'll wear it the next day. And
Norman Eastman joining us for the first time. Which statistics do you guys key on for taking unders? One that he likes is recent head to head. Maybe what I think is Norman saying if he just saw two teams in a low scoring game, that maybe they'll come back again. Mindy, I would imagine for you, it's just a matter of your rolling averages and where the total comes in from the bookmakers, and maybe a little bit of art in there if you see fit. But
yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I look at is what happened last. I'll give you like for instance, yesterday with St. John's and Marquette. Over under on that was about 162. My numbers might be a little bit off because I'm just kind of going off the cuff. But if you, so if I took a look at my rolling average, if I took a look at pace of play, if I took a look at home and away, all of those showed me an underplay on that game at 162. But if I looked at their last head-to-head matchup, it was at 181. And I know historically, if that number is about 20 points higher than what Vegas sets that line at, that's a no play for me, even if all of the other things say that that's going to be an under. And look at what they did yesterday. I mean, it went, 190 or whatever it was. So again, like, there's lots of different factors that you look at, but I definitely think that something, especially in the last month of conference play, really makes a big difference. Now, it's one of those, like, if you're sitting in January and you're looking at December numbers, maybe not so much, because as we talk about all the time, those are non-conference schedules. It's where, say, one team has had 6 away games and 2 home games, stuff like that. So there is a lot to look at, but I do think that that's a very good key indicator, especially in the time that we are like right now in February. So for me, all of those things have to ring true in order for me to go ahead and take an underplay like that.
a great breakdown there from the Midwest Premier Sports Handicapper, Mindy Hahn. Thank you. Great job with that, Mindy. Greg talking about he's a flat unit better because of high volume. That's the way I look at it too, right? So right. So if like on Tony's picks, 1 unit meaning $100, but maybe you've stepped it up a little bit, especially if you're like following Mindy and you're, up 5 dimes for the year, you can increase it, but you really shouldn't have. Okay, I think, Mindy, it's okay let's just average it as a 1 unit play, right? So you like something a little stronger, maybe go 1.25, 1.5. Super strong, maybe 2 units, right? But not really too much higher than that. And then, of course, you can dial it back a little bit. Maybe the line gets away from you. One of the big questions always comes up, to a tout, right, Mindy, is, well, you gave out this over at 212 and now it's 215. Is it still a play? And I don't necessarily ever want now, maybe even a 3-point. That might even be a pretty significant move. So say
Right.
you're going 100, the play is out there, or it's a play you like. Maybe you still like it. Maybe you dial it down, right? So it goes up from 212 to 215. The recommendation, 1 unit play 100. Well, maybe you can buy it, 2 or 3 points and go $75 on it, right? You don't have to necessarily have a total cutoff, just because a play is gone. You could, I guess. I mean, sure, if a game is 220 and you like it over, you kind of like it over, and it goes up to 225, just lay off at 225, right? But if the game is -7 and that's the play from the capper or your play, for example, and it goes up to 8, well, maybe you go, 3/4 of a unit or something, or use your point buying if you feel uncomfortable. You got to win that bet. A lot of people say, don't lay extra juice, don't lay. Hey, there are only so many things you can do if you're
Right.
betting. I mean, sure, yeah, there are a million options out there. You can always just get involved the next day. But if you really like a game, a premium play should be, when we make the plays, right, Mindy, when I'm writing them up, I'm like, hey, I like this game, over 135 and a half, it should reach 140 points. Okay.
Right.
So,
Yeah, because that's the same thing. You put in
great
a
job, Greg.
variance. I have a variance cutoff. And I think the difference is too is when you're first starting betting or you have a bankroll, say if you're playing $100, per unit plays, right? If you have a great week, that doesn't mean that you suddenly go and put it up to $200 units. Maybe you put it up to $108 units or whatever. You need to start playing with house money eventually rather than your own money there as well with building. That's, just kind of how I suggest that is a lot of times we get out of I want to just really boost it up right away rather than playing house money and building that up.
Hello to Thurman today. Hello to Reese today. He said, talk about John. We did talk about John Jones. And I had John Jones as well as one of my premium plays yesterday. So, okay.
Yeah, 17 a minute. That's like that's like rock star wage right there.
Walking spotted bear.
Bear.
He's got his own intro. C. James is here today. Oh,
Ooh,
you better, C. James.
COVID's no fun.
Hope you feel better. And all right, man, we gotta go. But man, you guys are just having great conversations in there today. So I just I don't want to miss anything. I feel like I want to be in the chat.
Right.
All right, let's get rolling, Mindy, on the
All right.
on
There
the
we
show
go.
for sure. It will start NBA with this card today.
Yeah, we have been having lots of questions, lots of comments. Louise is here. All right.
What?
Louise.
Oh, okay.
New to the show. Hello.
Let me say hello to Louise. Hello, Louise. Welcome. Yeah. We're already at 100. Okay, we got to start. We won't start. Maybe we won't start.
Maybe we should just chat and more people.
I think they're here for the picks, though.
Yeah, that is true, I think.
But maybe it's building up because we haven't started yet.
Could be. All right.
Okay, the Suns are going to take on the Mavericks in the early start, Mindy. This is 1 Eastern, noon, Mindy, and 10 Pacific with the Suns and the Mavs. So, can the Mavs, are they a 1-point favorite? Let's check the odds before we get rolling. Man, nearly a toss-up here with these two today. How about the Mavs? A 1-point favorite. Total is up to 232.5. The reported steam came in on the under, but it looks like it's already gone back up.
Right. And I think it's the Suns. It's made a world of difference having, Durant. But the defense, I think, is still making the difference here as of late. Over the last few now, 2-1 over the last 3, only allowing 99 points on the defensive side. We know the Mavericks, they struggle a little bit here, 2-1 over the last 3 games. Or 1-2 over the last 3 games. 119 is what they're averaging. Suns are 4-0 now on their last 4 road trips. I'll be taking the Suns here today, +1.
Darren's on the Suns here today. Thank you to C. James. Hit that like, he says.
That's right.
Burley says Mavericks for a quick start. And Jamon says, check the status of DeAndre Ayton in this one. He is questionable for the game. And here comes some prop action, it looks like, as well from Duran. KD. Yeah, KD, it's worked out so far, right? He's looked pretty good. Ron's on him. It looks like, hey, whoa, is this already a lock to start the day? Well, okay, Mindy. I guess we got to go with it.
All right.
Scotch has a pretty big influence over this chat situation here, as far as I'm concerned. We know Dallas is just, they are the woeful home favorite. Maybe that's what I'm, you could look through all the stats and all the injuries, but you still have a Dallas team right now that does, they just struggle at covering numbers. I don't know. I don't think it necessarily counts about winning. They are 21-12 straight up at home. All they got to do is win this game, but I think I'll try Phoenix with you guys here. Jamon over Booker's assists. Fernando can't get with the Mavs. He always is. He's not good with the Mavs when handicapping the Mavs.
Taking it to the bank, Scotch says. To the bank.
Okay. Thomas Lewis here. Ron Hahn, it looks like. Everybody, let's do it. Scotch is confident. Yep. I use it as just a talking point to a certain extent, but what did I call him? The chemistry killer. So,
right. Mm-hmm.
And and that's the other thing about this game, right? You have Durant and you have Kyrie. How about that? Darren with a prop here as well. Tie with the over, asking about the over-under. I might have a premium there, Mindy. I don't know if I can even say anything. So let's go with the Suns here to start the show, Mindy. On the road with their new additions. All right. And now keep it rolling with the Warriors and the Lakers in this big televised matchup. Curry back. That's the big news here in this one. And, of course, no LeBron. So the Warriors a 5-point favorite. We know how they struggle on the road, but the Lakers, what can they get done in a spot like this?
I don't know. I mean, I like the Warriors here. I mean, I don't know. They've also won 5 in a row now. Playing decent defense, only allowing 100 a game here. The Lakers 3-2 over their last 5, allowing 113. I mean, I think the Warriors here can win and cover this one, even though they are that bad road team. I just think this is a spot that, like you said, maybe the Lakers don't have a ton to offer today.
All right, Ron on the Warriors here. Reese, it looks like, let's see, Warriors against the spread. He doesn't care if it's on the road. Looks like it's a fade of the Lakers in a way. TJ Warriors money line just to get it done with the win. Oops, there it is. Warriors money line. So Scotch says just trusting the Warriors more here. Maybe it'll be a close game though. Lakers seem to have been, shoring it up a little bit now without LeBron. I'm going to be on the Verley on the Warriors here. Fade the whole game, Prince, and just take nobody. A lot of people say Schroeder is going to be a big factor for the Lakers. AD can have a big day, Thurman says. Walking spotted bear, kind of that's just it. The Warriors, no matter, you can still look at it. The Warriors, on the road, 9-21 against the spread. We got Steph back. So, will that be the major factor in this game? And total pretty high. I'm going to go under in this one. Under for me, 236. Let's see. 235? 235 and a half. I'll just leave it at 235 up there on the screen and make it tough. Scotch says going to be a big day for Curry. Thomas Lewis, Anthony Davis, points, rebounds, and assists. Okay, so Mindy, on the Warriors here, I'm on the under. I mean, definitely teams that, I wouldn't say they're totally. I mean, the Warriors on the road are a big time over. But of late, they have not. And again, got limited play for Curry, Ferner says. So it's hard to limit Curry but you do have a pretty disciplined coach that takes all the precautions. All right, Mindy. Pacers and the Bulls here. The Bulls are favored by 6. The total was dropped here to 224. It got steamed under.
All right, here. Pacers 2-2 over the last 4 games now, scoring 120 a game. Bulls also 2-2, only scoring 105 over their last 4. I'm going to go ahead and go Pacers today. They are 4-0 against the spread right now when their opponent allows 100 points or more in their previous game. I think I like the Pacers today. I'll take them.
Halliburton already questionable again. He's trying to work his way back here, so that does hurt the Pacers just a little bit. Let's see what you got going here. Here's Cesar Hermosillo. Nice to have you here in our chat today. Thank you, Cesar. Great to have you. Don't know if we've had the pleasure. So thank you for coming into the chat and commenting with us. I think Ron's saying over. Is he saying over in this game?
He meant under. He put the asterisk a couple more down.
Thank you. Halliburton, questionable here. Verley says he got a really good number. I'm on with you, Mindy. We got 2 plays so far.
All right.
Pacers with you. Curtis is on the Bulls, though. Ron is on the under. Probably going to, you guys are right on, I think, with under. Pat Bev triple. Whoa. Come on. Christopher Williams here today. Hello to Christopher.
Looking for Ziggy. I think Ziggy said he had to work this weekend, I believe, right? That's what he said on Game Day Picks, I believe.
Okay. Mark Luque, interested in the under as well.
So we have tied our record, Ramon. Oh, it went back down.
Everybody, thank you so much. I don't know what's going to happen today. But Sunday, actually, I'm starting to see a pattern there, actually, Mindy. Everyone, not a big rush like Saturdays sometimes, too, right? Everyone's kind of comfortable. You know how it is on Sunday. Does anybody grab the Sunday paper anymore?
My mom. Mine I get digitally, right? Like, I mean, it gets sent via my email, but I always think it's important to, still pay for local papers. I think it's important.
I agree, and I'm still paying for the paper digitally in San Diego. I don't know, maybe I'll return, but but that was one of the toughest things for me to do, being an old newspaper guy, someone who
I'm an old delivery person, right? I always think, the news it's still important, especially locally.
Yeah, for someone who worked a newspaper for 15 years and has still spent years as a stringer for the San Diego Union for many years before I left. One of the toughest things for me to do was to drop the paper delivery. But what the determining factor actually was they were having trouble getting me the paper.
Right.
They were, the delivery, because delivery is a hard job that doesn't pay very well,
and kids don't really do it anymore.
So I was like, hey, if you can't give me the paper, I mean, I'm not going to pay for it. I'm like, I called to cancel, and I said, hey, the paper's just not arriving. Let's just cancel it. I'm doing the digital now. I'm grown up, right? So one of the toughest things, and they're like, well, hey, how about if we just send you the Sunday paper? I'm like, you can't even get me the other days of the week. How are you going to get me the Sunday?
Right.
Look at Burley's making me smile. Fade the Sunday paper. Craig's singing the Commodores. Oh, thanks everybody. That's right, Walking Spotted Bear. We're first up on YouTube.
That's right.
With the daily previews. That's why I just said let's do it as early as possible. Okay, Mindy. So we're on the Pacers there. Let's keep this rolling here and see if we can't get more people to join us when we talk about the Trailblazers and the Magic. The Magic are favored by 1.5. The total here, 229. Steam came in on the under here.
Let's go Magic here in this one. They're 4-0 against the spread the last 4 Sunday games here. They've been putting up some points, 111. Trailblazers now 0-3, only 108 a game. I'm going to go ahead and take the Magic at home, -1.5.
All right, Mindy. Let's be on the Magic. Let's be on the Magic.
All right.
Greg's on the Magic. Reese is on the Magic. Jamon's on the Magic. Everybody loves the Magic here. Burley Magic money line. This is a consensus if I've ever seen one.
Consensus of consensus?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to put this in at Ramon gives me the free reins for putting the picks in. So I'm going to go money line on it.
Hey, I want to say hello, Mindy, to Carla Hunter joining us.
Hello.
Carla, let's have Carla represent our record-setting viewer.
Carla, 123.
Carla is the record-setting viewer in this one. Did it get to 123?
Yeah, 123.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Carla, thank you for joining us. We don't know, maybe you've been watching, and thank you for commenting today. Nathan here. Mark, everyone loves the Magic. Oh my gosh, Jamon says this is a consensus. Portland, very disappointing. Fergus says the Trailblazers lost the trail. Thomas Lewis, Magic, Scared Money here today. Where you been, Scared Money? And Butterscotch talking about the total a little bit. Yeah, that Steam coming in on the under. Yeah, agree with you guys. Totally agree with you guys right there. Watch out.
Same.
Mindy, we are on the Magic. We're on 3 games so far.
Look at us go.
All right. Well, look what Darren LaRon has to say. He said, is anyone on the Hornets? Well, let's take a look at the game between the Hornets and the Nets. The Nets are a 7.5-point favorite, and the total's the total is 227. This one totally got steamed to the over here.
Well, Darren, I'm going to be on the Hornets. They're 3-2 over their last 5, allowing 108 points per game. Nets now, I know they had that big win, but they're 1-4, allowing 125 per game here. Not playing well on defense. I don't know if that was more of a Celtics letdown or this is the new Nets team. I mean, I don't know. But the Hornets are 6-1 against the Nets here via the spread over the last 8 road games. I'm going to take the Hornets here, plus the 7.5-ish, 7.
Reese says Nets first half. Scotch says he's on the Hornets with you. TJ on the Hornets. Man, that Steam came in on the over. Is that really going to happen? I mean, Jamon says, here's Brent on the Hornets. Boy, everybody's kind of liking the Hornet. Burley also liking that first half with Reese, though, with the Nets. And, I'm still feeling like I'm still trying to get a handle on what the Nets are, because they've had 2 games where they look really, really bad, but maybe it's just, getting used to the situation. And what's going on? what's going on with Harris? Walking spotted, but yeah, uh, I don't know. The bottom of the standings is kind of starting to take shape a little bit. Maybe I'm not following it that closely, but um, I think the ping pong balls are starting to get set a little bit. So I'm going to take the under in this one, Mindy. I know that the steam came in on the over. Usually, this is kind of steam that I would respect, but um, just not sold right now that the Hornets, even against Brooklyn on the road, are going to be as productive. I'm going to take the under with Charlotte and Brooklyn here. Charlotte, they are not going over at all right now. I mean, they're really in a bad way. They've gone under in several games in a row right now. So Butterscotch also like the under. Maybe these sharps know what's going on, and maybe that's maybe the Hornets are going to have a nice day. Hopefully they will, for everybody in the chat's sake, pretty much.
Yeah, see, the one is the one that's usually like, no, I think this is going to go over with the Hornets. So he might be onto something there as well. Because he's always said the Hornets are trash. Hornets are
again, having
is bad.
ball, having ball go down, and again, I just talk about injury-prone players, and that was a fluke. I think that one was a fluke. The way he got, with the injured ankle. So, I think was it a broken ankle? And Ron said, Ron.
That's interesting.
All right. Mindy's on the Hornets, and I'm on the under. The Jazz and the Thunder. The Thunder are favored in this one by 6. The total's 235, and steam came in here big time on the under. This one was as high as 238, Jazz and Thunder.
Okay, 238 down to 235. Goodness. But I think it's going to be hard to beat a team twice here in a row. I kind of expect this bounce back game here from the Jazz a little bit. They are 5-1 versus the Thunder. Over the last 3 seasons, Jazz 4-0 in their last 4 games, playing on some rest here as well. Taking the Jazz.
Reese loves the Thunder today.
Darn it.
But Scotch says he likes Utah, doesn't want to take the Thunder as a favorite. TJ on the over here. And it's supposed to be like Thunder as a dog we like, Thunder as a favorite not so much. Or we get enough points with this, Utah team that's, definitely a bit up and down right now. Here's the Jazz and the points. Greg likes the Jazz. And SGA, is he expected back today? He's upgraded to probable. Remember, it was an illness, so likely hanging out. He might have had some COVID. He was in the quarantine. So Markkanen out for Utah. That's a pretty big deal, no doubt about it. And sure. I think that's reflected in the line here today. So. But Utah, they do tend to get some numbers. Ron says if Shea is in the game, he wants to be on OKC here. So Jamon, I think he's Jazz plus the points. So a lot of support here for the Jazz, but man, Markkanen out. That does, that's certainly part of the thought process, I would think, with the total going, way down, and that's why Butterscotch also going on the under here. But I don't know, the pace to me still feels like with these teams, I'm gonna go against them here. I believe Burley wants the over. I'm gonna go over in this one. Probably just a free play here. Markkanen's in. Maybe I'm going over. Maybe I'm going premium, but I'll go over. Mindy's on Utah, and I'm on the over here.
All right.
Greg says, yeah, I like team, even And Reese says, "No way, are you all on Jazz? Are you?" I think that's what he said.
Well, I mean, Ramon might not be on the Jazz.
Jazz in tank mode. Here's Jamal on the money line. TJ says pace will be faster. Yep, I may be. And look, these two. I mean, talk about some over team, especially OKC. Right? It's more OKC that they're the over, right? But check this out: OKC 21-12 to the over at home. Utah 20-11 to the over on the road. That's 41-23 to the over. Okay, next up, Spurs and Rockets. It was so good. They're going to go over to Houston and run it back. It was so exciting last time, right, Mindy? So here the Rockets, though, favored this one 2.5 total up to 230. They
got whooped by the Rockets yesterday. I mean, so why shouldn't I be on the Spurs again? I hate this pick, but that's who I'm going to go with. I'm still going to stick with the Spurs here. I thought that, they had the edge in the matchup. Maybe they do a little bit. Maybe the Rockets just have their number. I don't know here. But again, I mean, that was like the Spurs, first loss in like 6 meetings in Houston. I'll try the Spurs again.
Well,
for punishment, Ramon.
It did sneak over in that game, and I liked I'm going to come back again with the over in this one. To get over this total. Is it 230? Yeah, 230. It might even go up a little bit. I'll take over here in this one. Good comments here. So let's see. Greg's wondering about Keldon today. It's Reese says Rockets again. And Ron says game of the year. Ron G says game of the year.
Right.
So, yeah, Keldon's going to be questionable. San Antonio has 3 decent players, 3 players listed as questionable in this game. So we just don't know. Jabon says Spurs.
All right, there we go, Spurs.
And Jim Chichiti's here today. Great to see you, Jim. Thank you for stopping by as always. And Jamal says, yeah, they just played that game. 122-110. Houston was a 1.5 point favorite. Mindy, they got the money there with ease. And there is Ibach Excel. Yep. Okay. Ibach, well, we talked about some of those European Steam plays there. And they were, I use Don Best. They kind of give you the Steam, but it is like a paid line service. So, but just if you want, you could check out Don Best. I'm not here to promote him, so I don't want to talk too much. Join us maybe in the Discord. We can talk about it a little more. All right. Thomas says over. That's the way I'm going again. Houston with another cover, says Burley. All right, Mindy. So Mindy's on the Spurs, and
Don't
I'm
say
on
it out loud, Ramon. Don't say it out
loud. Yeah. Everyone gets a chance to be on record. That's why we want.
That's right.
Against us or with us, you're still a part of Team Steam. Okay. Hey, talk about getting back together and running it back. This one, though, a lot bit different than the Spurs and Houston because the Knicks are just what can you say? They're fun. I mean, I haven't had this much fun watching the Knicks in years. And they're an underdog today, no doubt. It's up to 5.5 even. And the total here is 228.
Yeah, I'm having still a little bit of trouble here on the side, Ramon. I must say, I kind of feel like the Celtics are the team, but they just haven't really been covering here. And plus the Knicks now 5-0. I mean, just hot, scoring 123 points a game. But that Celtics team, they're only putting up 113, but I know they can do better. I don't know. So I'm going to go the over. The over is 5-0 in the Knicks' last 5 road games here versus a team with a winning home record. And the over is 4-1 the Celtics' last 5 home games here as well. So yeah, I'm gonna skirt this one and take a total.
Okay, Mindy going with the So I mean, I was laughing. Wait, are you? What are you? What's
What are you doing again? The over is what I'm going to take. I'm skirting the side a little bit. I think it's going to be enjoyable, so I'll root for a lot of points here.
Okay. Well, I just saw uh, Brent said Knicks are fun, Celtics are not. Right? I mean, I know what he means, right? I mean, the Celtics look like they're in pain whenever they're behind. They look like they're in pain when they're ahead, right? I mean, it's got to be a lot of pressure right now on the Knicks. I say, ran. How about that shot, man? I mean, the ball was almost out of bounds. He just picked it up and threw it up there and made the shot to beat the Heat in that game. So, but yeah, you know, so in that game, it seemed like a few nights ago. I guess it was about a week ago, right? The Knicks, ended up clobbering Boston, and then 109-94. Knicks, they won the last two against them. Double revenge. Yeah, there it is. Okay, they mentioned it. LeBron said so. These guys are all about the revenge here, and I want to take the. Let's go over, Mindy.
All right, there we go. Hey, consensus.
Yeah,
We'll take
let's
that.
go over. Latifa says over for sure. So
And when Latifa comes in with some basketball plays, we know she's serious. So,
yeah, that's the way I feel, Jamon. These guys are playing loose, and that's what you want. That's what you want when you're putting your money down, right? Hey, Gerardo, nice to see you here as always. Oh, Corday, you got to respect this opinion right here from Corday. He's a Knicks fan. So you got to be fun though, Corday. Got to be fun right now with this Knicks team. That's what I think, Jamal. That's what I'm feeling. Like maybe these two want to root for those Knicks, man. Jose is on Boston here.
Haven't seen Jose in a while. Nice to have you back. Or maybe you've been here all along, right?
Okay, Mindy. So I know you know about this one, but just want to make sure in case anyone didn't, because this is a write-in game, and but I mean it's been written in for quite a while. We know the game was going to be today. I think we knew it was going to be when we I think months ago. Well, when I'm trying to remember what the circumstances were, but anyway, we're back with the Bucks and the Wizards, and the Bucks are on the road here at 4.5, and the total 228.
Well, it's going to be a fun one here in this one, I think, as well. Again, I was a little bit disappointed with what happened last night. The Bucks gave that up. I don't know. I kind of feel like the Bucks should be able to come back, but I don't know. Maybe it's a bad spot for the Bucks too. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and take the over here in this game, going over the total. So maybe it is a spot where the Bucks can get back on track. So I'm just gonna go over this 229. They're scoring 123 a game here. Wizards as well. I think they can get up well into the mid 230s in this one.
Oh, interesting here. John says Wizards 5-0 after an OT loss. Milwaukee by double. That's the way. I mean, right. I mean, when elite teams lose and end up basically choking, that's the only way. I mean, look, the Bucks aren't going to give up 48 points. That was just so bizarre. The way the Sixers were scoring there in the fourth quarter. So I'm on the Bucks to come back in a big way here against a weak team. This is you lost. You're mad. The Bucks. Remember they were on that huge. That's the funny thing about it. The fact they were on that huge winning streak, right? So. Verley on the over here with Mindy. All right, I'm on the Bucks. Mindy's on the over. And finally, the Grizzlies and the Clippers. The Clippers are -6.5. The total up to 228. This one got steamed to the over.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Grizzlies here today. They are 2-1 over the last 3. putting up 110. Clippers 0-3 now, only scoring at 106 over their last 3 games. Grizzlies 4-0 now against spread in the last 4 meetings here as well. Who knows about all that personnel issues, but I still think the Grizzlies can get this one here today.
Well, definitely. If the Clippers are at home, I'm going on the under here, especially with no Morant as well. We know that. So, Clippers, we know that they're a massive under team at home. That's the way I will look in this one. I'm going to go under the 228 here. Mindy is going to take the points with the Grizzlies. Let's see if the chat's up to anything here. And the talk of the other chemistry killer. Scotch on the under, Curtis on the under, Blake on the under, everybody under. Hey, I want to say hello to Eamon. Eamon here, Eamon 24th B. Welcome. Nice to have you.
The 24th B. Clippers under. Curtis Lock.
Thomas says too many points. He'll still take the Grizzlies here. And I didn't know. I thought that if any, with Morant, I'm even not even sure if is it an NBA imposed suspension or did the Grizzlies suspend him from
I do not know that for
activities. So actually, that's something I'm not clear on. Just such a flabbergasting story to be just such a
Yeah, why? Just like I always think it's interesting when, like if I was so rich, I would just have people drive me around. I mean, I wouldn't even mess around with ever driving a sports car 100 mile an hour and all that kind of good stuff, I don't know. Just one of those things that I think there's ways these folks can be, more safe. How about that?
Yeah, watch out. I mean, you got that, carrying those guns. Okay, who was it?
His own decision to sit out for 2 games? Huh. I didn't think that was it. I thought it came up as suspended.
And Brent on the Clippers here. All right, Mindy's on Memphis. I'm on the under. Thanks. That's a look at Howard Hogan.
Hello.
Nice to have you. Welcome, Howard
Hogan.
Nice to have you, TJ, on the under here. All right, that's our NBA for today. Let's go to college.
Bringing some heat today, though. Look at that.
Moneyline Mills. Yep. Moneyline Mills here today as well.
Okay. Likely to suspend. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I saw as well. So,
gotcha.
Like I said, I think that what they're saying there in the chat, maybe that Memphis got ahead of
self-imposed for now, and then
right. I mean, it's kind of like when you put
to lessen the blow from the NBA, I suppose.
And I know what walking spotted bear means. He's saying, like comma Mindy, but the NBA is likely to suspend Mindy for being too good at betting NBA basketball.
I think they've already been here. Oh, okay. They're looking for a dog leash. I'm pretty sure they've already been here. My sister's going to the Great Wolf Lodge, and they're taking their dogs to the dog watcher, and they're like, "Hey, do you have a dog leash?" But I'm pretty sure they've already found it, but that was my mom. Hey, where's your dog leash? The fun part about live viewership.
I'm going to go to college basketball and look at our 5-game card. Hey, you can always put your requests in the Discord for games that you might want to see us preview. We do try to accommodate you. Again, like I said, sometimes we default there to some of our cohorts on the site. And let them, let their previews get viewed. So, all right, Mindy. Houston and Memphis, or early start here for Houston and Memphis. Houston is favored in this one by 5 now. Looks like Memphis taking a little action. And the total has dropped to 144.5.
Yeah, so it looked like there was a lot of conversation early on here in the chat regarding this one. Houston kind of has right now, if I take a look at pace of play, rolling averages, about the 28th best offensive lineup right now. And of course, then they have the 12th, the best defense around. Memphis's, defense isn't great. They're sitting at 231 in the nation. So I really like this one actually to go over that total. We've talked about, Houston with a good defense, Houston, keeping these totals down. But here, as of late, Houston's really been, kind of hitting it out of the park here. I kind of expect Memphis to score some points, historically with where this has been. But I definitely think this one's going over. It's 5-1, the Cougars' last 5 road games as well. And the over is 10-1 in the Tigers' last 11 home games versus a team with a winning record. Going to go over this total today, Ramon.
I always like those numbers, certainly. So I will agree with Mindy Hahn. Go over in this game. Houston's been trending. We think of Houston sometimes, that defense, but 7 out of the last 10 over, 7-4 to the over on the road. Memphis is 17-13 to the over this season. I'm going to go over. We're already getting a little bonus here with a drop
Right.
the total by a point. Pretty big number. But here's the thing, right? I mean, when you see we've seen Houston, on some where the total's really low, right? Because they do play. But I think the giveaway here is the fact that this total is in the 140s. Because when you right, when you look at Houston game, well, I think they mostly hang around in the mid 130s, right? We saw the game against Wichita went over 135, also over in that SMU game that was 136.5. So I think it will go over. Let's see what you guys are up to. Cesar is on Memphis. Here's Houston for Scotch, Memphis for. So we definitely have mixed feelings, I think, here. Memphis, here's over for Blake. Maybe it's going to be a close game here. Is this Houston's flat spot? Jamon over with Mindy. Over with me, too. I'm with Mindy, too. Colin Phillips is here.
I just luck out. I get to go first.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and if I would be, make sure I listen. Alan Smetana's here. Good to see Alan today. Calling on Houston, though. Walking Spotted Bear says when these two teams meet, it's an under. 4 straight meetings to the under. Burley says go over.
We're all over the place here in this.
We're on the over. We're on the over. No turning back. No turning back. Take the over for us, Houston and Memphis. Another premium consensus. All right, 4:30 Eastern. 3:30 Mindy, 1:30 Pacific. It's Michigan and Indiana. Indiana's favored here by 4.5. The total, 144.5.
Yeah, and that's come down too. I think Michigan was getting 5 or so earlier this morning here. Michigan here, I just think that they have the better defense. They're, sitting at 28th compared to 116. Michigan 7-3 in their last 10. Indiana 5-5. Indiana has been pretty good at home, though. That's one thing that kind of bothers me a little bit. But if I take a look at just these last 5 games, geez, Indiana 1-4 against the spread in the last 5. Michigan, on the other hand, on a little bit of a roll here on the road, 4-0 against the spread. I'm gonna go here with Michigan today, and I'll take the plus points. I really liked it at 5.
I like Michigan. I like Michigan on the money line here.
Oh,
I'll take them with you plus the points. Let's make sure. But I think Michigan. This is it feels like a very good spot for Michigan for me. They might be able to look at that total 144.5. I think could be an over here. I think, but here's Butterscotch on Michigan. Thomas says hold his nose. Here, Mark Luque says road teams 4-0.
Even more backup for us. A little bit more.
Great. I think it's just a fine spot for Michigan. I'm not fading Indiana here. I'm on Michigan. That's what it is. I mean, that's what it feel like. Indiana might play a good game. I mean, I think it could go over here. Mark Luque, though, is taking Michigan because of that stat, or maybe other reasons too. But let's get on another play here, Mindy. Have a big day.
That's right. But we didn't have any plays in the NBA yesterday, so I like those 4 we got today.
Yeah, good point. All right, sticking the Big Ten. It was big an afternoon in the Big Ten with Mindy Hahn.
I know. I was looking at my sheet. It was like Big Ten, Big Ten, Big Ten, Big Ten, Big Ten. Go Huskers! But you do have to play Iowa away. I get it.
Yeah, maybe Iowa might be in a pretty good spot today, despite the double digits, huh? Okay, Wisconsin and Minnesota here. Wisconsin a favorite on the road. They are favored by 5. The total is 127.5.
So Wisconsin now 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 following a loss. Minnesota quite the opposite, 4-14 against the spread in the last, 18 games following an ATS win. Wisconsin, I think they've been, playing a little bit better. Minnesota here only has the 339th rated defense. Taking Wisconsin today. I think they're going to be pretty big myself.
Mindy is on Wisconsin. Okay. And I'll be on the under in this one with Whiskey and Minnesota at 127.5. That's what I want to do. Hey, I promise you, I said mine before I saw Scotch Lock. I'm on it. I'm on it with Scotch. Maybe it's a Ramon and Scotch consensus. In that one, Brent likes it. Brent likes it too to go under. So I'm on the under with these guys. Oh, Jamal, that's funny. Okay. So yeah, for me, it's Minnesota. I mean, they're 5-12 to the under at home, and Wisconsin. They definitely have been going under of late. So I want the under here. Mindy's going to be on Wisconsin minus the points here today. They might win. I'm not sure. They can. I don't know. I'm not sure they get the money.
I feel like this is more of a blowout than not.
Yeah.
Why it's not a premium for me is only kind of some of those like kind of home and away numbers. They're a little bit funky, right? So I'm having a little bit of my trends are way more that this is going to be a big one rather than not for Wisconsin.
Okay. Let's get one more of the Big Ten, Northwestern and Rutgers here. And Rutgers, what's going on? I didn't write down the spread. What am I thinking? Here's 5 and 1. Bad host. 5 and 127.
Northwestern here, just I think too good on the road. 6-2 against the spread in the last 8. 7-3 on the road. I love that road record. And Rutgers is only 1-5 in their last 6 year overall. Both have better defenses than offenses in this one, which is probably indicated by that total. I like Northwestern here.
I'll take them with you, Mindy. Northwestern's been a terrific, terrific story. But who would look at the, you think of the Big Ten. Yeah, I mean, look at the standings. It's fine. But look at Northwestern and this is right. Look at how big this game, what a game this is, right? It's funny to think about really at this point of the season, that this would be such a, nice little game, right? I mean, Northwestern's having that sick season, certainly for them. 20, they're in the middle of the conference standings, and so is Rutgers. But just the fact that they are both, hanging in, this is a nice game. Certainly, we know Northwestern's been, pretty terrific. Yeah, they're on a losing streak now after that hot run, but I'm going to look for them to bounce back here and make this a close game, certainly. Here's Blake. He wants Northwestern. Cesar. Hope you're a Cesar or a Caesar. I want to get it right, but he's on the first half here. And Mark with a great stats here. Brent and Martin, Mark and Brent pointed out.
All right.
Very awesome, you guys. Brent's on Northwestern. Jamon on the under. I think he's got this one pinned down. I definitely like it. Yeah. And Walking Spotted Bear, right? They'll probably get in and they'll probably All right. Northwestern it is, Mindy. Got 3 plays so far, and now we're going to look at one
so
more.
good.
Let's go to the Sun Belt semifinals in this one. This one between USA and JMU. And I've got this one now, a pick 'em, total 143.5.
Okay, so South Alabama taking some money away from James Madison. That's okay by me. I'll take James Madison here in a pick'em at home. South Alabama, just not a great road team. Only 4-10 on the road. JMU, 11-3 at home. 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 here as well. They've been putting up 87 points on their home court compared to South Alabama, only 69 on the road. I like James Madison here in a pick'em.
Okay, Mindy on Madison.
That sounds like I'm doing a talk show.
Yeah, an advertising company or
something like that. Yeah.
Here is Butterscotch saying, "I don't get this spread with James Madison having a better." Well, the Sharps are on South Alabama. I'd say make no mistake about it. That does kind of pique my interest, actually. So maybe a little bit of concern there from me in regards to that. So let's see. There's some other comments on this. Here's Blake on James Madison. Brent hates betting on James Madison.
Neutral side, I didn't look, I guess.
I like C-Spill. I don't know what he's Mindy.
It is, yeah. And that's my mistake. That is a neutral site. That's totally my fault there. Because I was giving you stats based off of home and away there. My fault.
Oh, okay. I understand. Thank you. Yeah, this one being played in Pensacola, Florida. So
I am Mindy. I am Tiger Woods.
I think he means I'm with Mindy, but I think I like I'm Mindy.
My doppelganger.
Yeah. Actually, there was something where I was like, what was it last night? Something on one of the games. I'm like, oh, that reminds me of Mindy right there. Gosh, I wish I could remember now what it was.
I hope it was good. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
it could have been so many things.
Perfect, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll think of it.
All right, Mark wants to go here with Mindy in this one, and I'm going to peek at this one and probably end up on the I'm going to respect that steam a little bit, because I see what you guys are seeing with JMU, right? I mean, and it's all the talk is JMU in the chat, but I don't know. I'm a little worried about the Sharps having the possible right side in this one. Yeah.
It might have a lot to do with how South Alabama's played over the last 3 to 5 games. They've been scoring quite a few points.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, I think that's been part of their, build up here in this game, especially last game. So Butterscotch wants
good luck.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, there's a pick 'em. That's like that. That's the fun thing about it.
Yeah, it is a pick 'em.
Allen on JMU. All right. I will. I'll.
Drum roll, please.
All right. I'll have to take a challenge with Mindy. Our challenge tonight will be in the game between South Alabama and James Madison.
Yeah, I think someone had mentioned that. Ramon whipped my butt yesterday. He was 3-0 in basketball. So I mean,
no, you had college
in the NBA.
Oh, okay.
I had the college and the hockey, but we had 5 total. So you beat me 3-2.
Okay, well, I'll expect that.
The round table, is that what you like?
I don't know what it was.
The pizza joint.
That's
Popeyes. I mean, Ramon had Popeyes last night.
Yeah, that was fine. I was just in a hurry, I didn't want to.
So do you prefer like the Cane's chicken so far to the Popeyes?
Yeah, well, Cane, you know what? I like the Canes, not the Hurricanes. All right, let's go to hockey and take a look at our 5-game card. And started off. This is a good card here. Let's fire up the goalie. Computer is working today, so
All right, goalie computer is on.
but it's still early. So I mean, I saw one goalie that was confirmed. We know that Quick is starting tonight for the Golden Knights. It looks like we don't know for sure, but anyways, the Lightning and the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes are up to $1.65. The total 615.
So we still have going into hockey like 121 in the chat. That's pretty, that's pretty impressive.
Wow, you guys!
We usually don't get too many folks
That's
to
the
stick
record,
around
right?
for hockey. We usually see like the door closing.
Is that the record 121 or did you get it higher?
We went up to 123. 123.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
wow. Pretty impressive.
Thanks, everybody. Even
See, there it went. See, now it's starting to go 115. We're getting to hockey. But yeah, people should stick around for the hockey. It's awesome. All right, I'm going to go ahead here with the Lightning. They've been. Did you start it or am I?
No, I was just saying, especially the Brent. I'm not saying hey, Brent's paying attention, but hockey picks have been pretty good, Mindy.
Right. Yeah. I think the Lightning here has been struggling lately. Lost 4 of the last 5 games here, giving up almost 5 goals a game. Hurricanes coming off that 6-1 win over Coyotes. Hurricanes 6-0 in the last 6, 9-1 their last 10 after scoring 5 or more previous. I think I got to go Hurricanes here in this one.
Gotta go Hurricanes right now, right? Maybe there's something with Tampa Bay. Look, bad scheduling spot, Jamon says. Carolina's the Scotch lock, so we're on Carolina. Do we need any stats from me or anything like that? I'm on the moves on the Hurricanes, obviously. We just talked about it. I mean, it was just, we're not getting the best price.
Right.
What could you do? Cesar says under first period. Kind of like under in the game. Brent Cook, I don't know if he's talking about chicken tenders or Carolina.
Right. I like the they call them the bobs, right? The Texas toast where you could put butter on both sides. So they're like, would you like a bob? I was like, what the heck is a bob? And they're like, butter on both. I was like, oh, I'll definitely take that.
I didn't know there was
like a piece of Texas toast fried with butter on each side.
I didn't know there was like an In-N-Out style secret menu. That was the first time I'd ever been to Cane's. The Cane's back home, direct as the Cane's back home, the lines were too long.
Right.
The Lightning must win. Moneyline says must win here. Greg's with the Canes. What Latifa says here. Okay. Yep. Good point. But it looks like maybe she's sitting on the sidelines only.
Yeah. Taking the day off because I'm thinking Tampa Bay.
TJ wants some chicken. Thank you, Thomas. Yeah, I think you're okay. I mean, probably want to get to Mindy's, but you're pretty okay with the morning steam as well. Yeah.
Yeah, you should just give it a try. Start betting some of these consensus play that you see all the chat folks like. We got really good hockey handicappers in the chat. Shouldn't feel too scared to put a little bit of cash on hockey. I don't know.
All right. Continuing on with our hockey today, the Habs are going to take on the Golden Knights. And there it is, a quick we'll see. We shall see today if it is indeed Quick in net, but we might be expecting him going up against Montembeault. And here you got Vegas too. Vegas is actually down to 275, so action on Montreal, 6/20.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'd head, probably towards Montreal here. I don't want to play Vegas ever in a minus 290, 275 spot, whatever. I'm just going to go ahead here and I'm going to take the under. Both teams here only scoring about 2 goals over the last 3. Canadians are 1-2. Golden Knights also, no, I guess they're 2-1, but the under is 4-0 in the Canadians last 4-1 in the Golden Knights last 5. Going to take the under here.
Oh, I'm going to do it just maybe for sentiment's sake. I mean, yes, I mean, the numbers would indicate it. We don't know yet with Quick in goal. We know he's in. I think he's actually confirmed in. He's the one that's in. But look, Montreal's 10-22 on the road. They have big time scoring issues on the road, and Vegas is 14-20 to the under at home. So let's go under 6, Mindy. Here, I think Montreal could be in a little bit of a spot here, maybe to cover a puck line or something. But actually, look at this. We have Curtis says Vegas puck line. Let's see how quick he does. It's a whirlwind of events for Jonathan Quick, and he still has a chance to make a big impact here with Vegas. Wasn't good enough for the Kings, obviously. Vegas with all these goaltending issues right now, rolling with Quick, rolling with Hill right now until they get their other goalies back. If they do, Latifa might be on Vegas here. Jamon under, Butterscotch, puck line, Vegas.
And Thomas Lewis, it's the same thing like for money line for, basketball. So all you're doing is picking the winner on the money line. So like in this one, you have to pay $275 to win 100. It's the same kind of thing. And you get the plus money on the other side. And then you have the puck line, right? So basically it's your spread plus or minus the 1.5, or you can even buy that up or down. And then it gives you better odds that way. So that's why when folks are saying, I'm going to take the Golden Knights here on the puck line, that means the Golden Knights have to win by 2, but you probably only have to pay minus, I don't know, what is it, $1.30, something like that. So that's kind of a little bit on how you would read those. It's pretty, pretty generic based off of, other sports.
Jim liking the under with us. Let's go under, Mindy. Montreal and Vegas. If our hockey picks are good, let's continue to agree. And take a look here. Oops, sorry there, Mindy. Got ahead of myself. Red Wings and Flyers. The Flyers are $1.20 favorite here. The total is now 6 flat, so could be going up just a little bit. Seen a move to the over here.
Yeah, that's the way I want to look too, is also to the over. 5-1 the Flyers last 6 after scoring 2 goals or less the previous game. So they always come back and score quite a few after being held down. Over is 8-2 in the last 10 in Philadelphia here as well. Both these teams are 0-4 in the last 4. So I don't know about all that, but I do think there'll probably be some goals scored today.
Here's Cesar has a lean the Flyers. Latifa wants the Flyers. So Thomas asked, so he asked in this situation, so 6.
Over under. Okay.
Yeah, I said it was 6 flat and I left the U on there, but let me correct it to 6 and then we'll get into that. So
yeah, so help him out with that one.
Yeah. So this one, when it's just like that, so it's minus 110 on both sides. This means it's kind of a pick 'em with the total 6. But when you see 6 and then over 20, that's just a personal way that I list it because it's kind of shorthand in a way. But that would mean that the over is minus 120 and the under is most likely going to be even money at most books. There might be less of a spread at other books, but usually get 20 cents in hockey. So 6 over 20 means lay 120 to win 100. 6 over 25 would mean lay 125 to win 100, and so on. So if you talk about that, Thomas, 6 under 15. So to win, say you want to take the under, you'd bet 115 to win 100. The over in this situation would probably be minus 105 to win 100. So
yeah, so he's giving you the greater odds on the over or under. So that way it's saying they're, the under 15. So Vegas is saying most people will probably be betting the under on this one. So you have to pay more to play it.
I don't know if I will be betting the under, but I'm going to be betting on the Detroit Red Wings. The Red Wings on the road. Here's Curtis. He'll take him on that big puck line, minus 250 or so. Brent Cook's with me, though. He likes the Red Wings today. Scotch is on the over. Greg's on the Flyers. And Jim is on the over. I think Jack's saying Flyers here. Good to see Jack here today, if that means the Pennsylvania gang. And Brent Cook, Red Wings and under. Hello to Jack. All right, Mindy, I'm on the Red Wings. You're on the over. Red Wings and Flyers. We're almost done, gang. Great job today. Thank you to everyone for hanging in here.
Yeah, for sure.
Over 100.
At the end of the show? It's nice.
Devils and Coyotes. The Devils. They're up to 360, Mindy, today. One of your, you love these. 360, the total 6.5, over 15 now. So a little bit of tick to the over here, but the Devils a massive. Mindy, Latifah's Devils a massive favorite.
Yeah, I mean, this is one, like, if I was, superstar Drake, I would bet the $1 million here on the Devils tonight. But I'm not him, so I'm not going to. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the over here. Devils 2-1 in the overs the last 3 games here, scoring almost 5 goals a game. Coyotes here 1-2. They're scoring 3 goals a game themselves, but they just, can't, for whatever reason, stop anything in the middle. Their defensemen are pretty terrible. Not really able to center the puck much here either when they get on offense. It's just been a struggle. Every time I watch them, I root for them. I want them to do well. Oh, I don't know. It's 5-0 in the Devils. Last 5 here overall, over 5-0-1. The Devils last 6 game on a day's rest as well. Taking those Devils. So yeah, put it in a money line parlay like that. That's what you do with it.
Mindy's on the Devils here, huh?
Well, yeah, but I am on the Devils. But my official play is
the okay. Over's your official play.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell the folks here to lay $300 down to win 100. I'm not gonna. But again, if I feel pretty confident that the Devils will get that done.
It's interesting. I want to equate that. You talk about 3, 6. Is it a good price or whatever? And would you bet it anyways? You're not going to lay 3.
I might.
And, well, yeah. Well, here's the thing. Like last night, so there's a UFC fighter who is really just sprung on the scene. He was a champion wrestler at Penn State. He's come into the UFC. It was his debut fight last night in the actual UFC. He's been fighting in the Contender Series for a little bit. He's undefeated. He's just 4-0 now, but was a huge favorite last night. In fact, the line got as high as minus 2,800, but eventually went off at minus 1,800. He won in such quick fashion that it actually was, probably could have been minus 5,000. But you wonder, it's like, does anybody really? The Sharps do. The Sharps will lay huge numbers.
Yeah, guys like Bud Crawford and Drake, they'll put up. What was the last one he did? It was for one of those brothers that got beat, Jake or whatever, right? I can't think of it. Yeah, so he put up like what, 3.6 million to win, I don't know, 340,000. Or it was something like bizarre. Like it was just crazy. Well, just and he ended up losing, of course.
Is there value in, if you say, hey, I think the Devils should be minus 500, they're minus 360. I probably should be taking the minus 360 no matter what.
Right.
In this one, I'm actually going to go against that little lean that you had, Mindy. I know you're on the over officially. I'll take the Coyotes plus 1.5 goals here. I can't lay off the Arizona Coyotes.
Funny.
Yeah. I can. I'm going to take him again.
Oh,
Oh,
so
right.
Caesar said Drake won his money back though yesterday.
Oh, okay.
All right, good.
He was on John Jones, maybe.
Yeah, who are those the YouTube celebs that were just fighting?
Well, Jake Paul.
Yes,
Who,
Jake Paul.
yeah, that's but and again, I mean, that was a sanctioned bout. I mean, it was a professional, fight. He did lose, by the
But
way.
yeah, he bet on Jake Paul real big. So
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
But I don't
and
remember.
he was up against a guy who, has a little bit of history, a family on his side, being a nephew um, of Tommy Fury, related to Tyson Fury, the great heavyweight champion from England. So, yep, Tommy Fury in that fight. Tommy Fury defeated Jake Paul last week. So,
Yes.
okay. And Mindy, I'm on Arizona puck line. Mindy's on the over. Let's get one more game in and get everybody out of. Thank you so much for hanging in here. Wow, Kraken and the Avalanche. Wow, here's a nice game. Avalanche minus $1.60, and this total has definitely gone towards the over. It was 6 under, now it's 6 over 15. So there's a flip flop. So maybe if we can kind of expand on that, it would have been minus 115 to play the under. Now it's minus 115 to play the over.
Right. Well, I'm going to go on the puck line with the Kraken. Their road puck line 22-10 now on the road. Yeah, I think they can get it done here. I think it's going to be interesting to see how many goals occur in this game. I have a lean on what I think as well, but Kraken here 3-0 on their current road trip, scoring 4 goals a game. I like it when they're scoring goals. I'll take them today.
Money line, Mindy?
I'm going to take them on the puck line.
Okay, well I'll go with you then. I don't mind the money line. What are we talking about? Oh, puck line's $1.80. All right.
All right.
I like the Kraken. I think they might win. Let's take them. I want a premium with you. We'll to it. Minus 180, 185. I don't know. It's a lot. But we got 3 plays in. We got 3-pack in hockey, including the Kraken here on the puck line on the road. Back in Kraken.
Back in the Kraken.
We got to be careful.
So, I mean, yeah, I got lots of options. I could wear my Husker hat when they cover the spread tomorrow, or I can wear my Kraken hat when, they cover the spread tomorrow.
All right. Well, we shall see when we join you for more morning steam on Monday and talk about our winners yesterday. And Matt says, talk about strength versus strength. Colorado been pretty, yeah. Money says that they have been, yeah, they're on a 2-game losing streak, but to some pretty good teams, right? Dallas and New Jersey. But I think you could throw Seattle in there as a pretty good team, right? Also, so we'll see. Maybe the Avalanche. Sounds like a great game. I think I didn't see anybody necessarily talking about the total in there, and I think I've got myself a premium there. So, okay, Mindy, we're on the Kraken. Thank you, Greg, Matt, Moneyline, Blake, Thomas, Butterscotch, Cesar, and more. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com while we get the plays ready to show you for today. Jim, thank you. All right, over at Tony'sPicks.com, we have our premium picks. These are absolutely our best picks every day over at Tony's Picks. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout, save 20% off all of our premium pick packages on Sunday in the NBA, NHL, and college basketball. Take a look at, there's that 3-pack that Mindy has. Take a look at our best bets from the staff today, including Nick, including Tim, today with some best bets. Tony's got his premium pick for Sunday in the NBA. The GM also coming in with his $15 winner. Ben Ruhala has a $15 best bet play as well on Sunday. And don't forget to check out our multi-game packs here. Mindy, in addition to that hockey, she's got an NBA 5-pack, a college basketball 3-pack. Nobody hotter than Mindy right now, I don't think, on any of these multi-capper sites. I don't want to mention them all by name, but you could talk about across the street where they're doing some great damage right now, but Mindy's still right for the year so far with her plus 5,300 units. Pretty much tops among everybody, better than that website that has a bunch of whiners, better than that website that has a bunch of picks with parlays mixed in, better than that site where they have memos about sports, or they talk about wagers, or they have insiders from Vegas. Not going to mention any of the sites by name, but what I'm talking about. Yeah. So great job, Mindy. Let's take a look. You got some of those up. Here come the plays. Great comments from everybody today as well. Check us out in the Discord. NBA, Suns, Pacers, Madge, and Celtics over. In college basketball, Houston over, Michigan, and Northwestern. Okay, Scotch, I think I can do that. Let me see. I don't think I just pop it in there, the Discord, real quick. I think good suggestion. And let's see, NHL, Hurricanes, Canadian Thunder, and Kraken. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Brent. Thanks, all. Today, check it out. Check out Mindy's record right there, you guys. And again, you can go right in. You can see all our results, and maybe it can help you to just see what people are on afterwards. Again, all of our picks are documented on the site, and I can't just change them to winners. Mindy would be mad, or the other handicappers, or Tony. We can't do that. We just enter these picks in, and there you see some of Mindy's winners yesterday with St. Francis and Fairleigh Dickinson under. She had UConn yesterday. She had over in the Avalanche and Stars. She had Georgia Tech. She had over in that Rangers Boston game. Oh, Mindy, I
Miss Columbia too. That went over by a bucket.
I messed up on that Rangers Bruins. I think I got a push with a bad line. Good job by you. You had over in the Lightning and Buffalo. So you check out Mindy's plays after they're, after she plays them. So, all right. Thank you, everybody. Catch you tomorrow. So happy you guys to have all those viewers today and to set our record, which was 123. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Really happy with that. And, even though I'm so excited when we get that, Tony says, going higher. So Tony says, there's only one way to go. We're going higher. And that's a credit to him and everybody here. Say, Sahel, thank you again. And thank you, Latifa, here today. All right, everybody, that's it. Good job. We'll see you tomorrow for more Mornings Team. We'll get on this weekday grind a little bit, but we're going to have college basketball championship games and tournament games all week. This is the week where we really kind of get into some of those early conference day games throughout the week as well.
Something for Mindy and Ramon to do during the daytime.
Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. Catch you tomorrow. Catch you in the Discord. For Mindy Hahn, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.